We're all done playing with bottles of snake oil when it comes to the Forester's head gasket issues. Let's go ahead and finish up the cooling system and get this car back together and give it to my mom. So guys, in the previous videos on this Forester, we went through and used some Blue Devil, and we went through and used some K-Seal. Neither of them worked on sealing up the slight little head gasket leak on this car. And now I've got schmoo in the radiator and the cooling system to flush out. But in the meantime, while doing that, we wiped out our water pump. So we've got a brand new water pump, brand new thermostat. We've got our PCV Union lower plenum gaskets. We've got PCV hose, coolant line hose, and O-rings for the coolant crossover pipe under here. There's some slight signs of leakage, and we might as well go ahead and tackle all of that while we've got the cooling system drained out. Now, we have done videos in the past on these O-rings and the PCV Union down here. We've also done a video in the past on the water pump. So I'm not gonna go super in-depth on these, but we are going to show an overview of doing the replacement. But before we do that, there is a huge shout out and thank you in order for SubaruPartsDeals.com. They sent me all the parts for this car, for this video. Check out SubaruPartsDeals.com, your online retailer for genuine Subaru parts. Easy to navigate website. You can search by model, year, and trim, or you can simply type in your VIN number to easily find the parts you need for your Subaru. Or you can shoot them a call or an email, and their staff will be glad to help you figure out what parts you need for your DIY Subaru repair projects. As a big thanks to you viewers, SubaruPartsDeals.com has offered up a promo code Mr. Subaru in all caps, good for 15% off shipping of your order. SubaruPartsDeals.com, a Subaru genuine certified seller of parts for your Subaru vehicle. Anytime you get ready to do any repair on your Subaru, check them out, price them out. They got some of the best prices out there on Subaru genuine parts. So now that we're back up here topside, we can kind of just blow through this again. We've covered both of these repairs, I think at least 2 times each in the past if you want a complete step-by-step guide. But we're just gonna go ahead and plow through this and get this job done because it is cold, it is windy, it is a Friday. I am ready to be done for the weekend. Now off camera, I already removed the fuel pump fuse and ran the engine to burn off our fuel pressure, because we're gonna need to take our fuel line loose to get this intake off. Also, just realized that I have not replaced the PCV valve or PCV hose on this car. Do have them ordered, I just don't have them on hand yet. And did find out that if you can hear this, I got a bad idler pulley bearing down here. So with the serpentine belt, I need to put an idler on this car. So we're just gonna go through, pop our electrical connectors loose, pop our fuel lines, all that kind of stuff, vacuum hoses free, and pull this upper plenum off. We'll also be taking off the wiring here across so we can unbolt this compressor and swing it out of the way. Given that this PCV hose is so old, hopefully it doesn't snap taking it loose. But if it does, we've got one sitting on the counter at the local Subaru dealership just in case. Yeah, that thing is nice and hard, but luckily it didn't break off on us. Get our got our EGR flange unbolted, and take our fuel lines off for our rails, and I believe we'll be good to lift this plenum. And I think that might have us. Ooh. Come off of there with a vengeance. And I think we're going to have to move our AC compressor and this bracket just to have enough room to pull it off of that EGR pipe and swivel it up. So might as well go ahead and do that. All right, we should be able to get the plenum off, and our AC compressor will be out of the way enough to get to that PCV union. And what are we hung on now? One more pigtail over here for the evap. That's where I do it every time. I take the wrong end of the EGR pipe off when pulling these plenums. There we go. All right, we got the vacuum in here and vacuumed up a bunch of the loose debris around this union. I'm gonna take a brush and try to break up some of it and make it a little more loose so we can try to vacuum it again. Probably should get the blow nozzle in here, but I'm got a lot of stuff open with the plenum off. I don't want to go down in the cylinders, and I don't want to have to block all that off. So I'm going to try to vacuum the most of it up and get some brake parts cleaner in here and rags and get the majority of the rest of it up. This will not be a show car finish. This is just cleaning up to get in here and replace this stuff and get it back together because, of course, as I said earlier, as we know from the videos, this thing's got a leaking head gasket, so this engine's going to be coming out before too long. So we'll do a good cleaning at that time. A lot of dirt and oil and mess in here. Just trying to break up the clods so it'll get picked up by the vacuum, hopefully. We're not going to be completely thorough again. We're just getting it cleaned up so when we take this off, we don't have anything fall inside the engine block or the cooling system. So once we get that off of there, we can clean it much easier. And luckily, we've got all new hoses and clamps, so we don't have to be particularly gentle. That was good and dry rotted. So got that. Get the AC compressor a little further out of the way. Zip out our 3 bolts. Whoop. Where are you going, AC compressor? Get that. And we'll pop our union up like so. And get that stuck O-ring. And now since we got new union, new gaskets, and new hoses, we can throw all this in the trash. All right, guys, we got that as cleaned up as, you know, expected for what we're doing here. I'm gonna go ahead and knock off the 4 little 10mm headed bolts for the coolant crossover pipe. So we can change out those O-rings. What the heck was that noise? Sounded like a daggone bomb going off. All right, so they don't make these easy anymore because I got the wiring harness going across the top there. Here's your part number, 806933080, 2 times. So what I do now on these F-Series engines is I just slightly lift up each corner, take a little pick, grab that O-ring, fish it out of there, and slide the new one in, and then bolt it back down, rather than having to unspider this whole wiring harness and take that crossover pipe completely off. There's no need to do all that. And there's one of our O-rings, completely flat and crumbling in our hands. Go ahead and slide our new O-ring in there. Just like so. Reach under here. Man, it's really tight. I really don't want to take off that pipe. And second one is out. Throw our new one in there. Check the fit. And we're good to go. Got to bolt that back down. New PCV union and throw this car back together. All right, so now we'll just tighten these coolant crossover pipe bolts back down. Again, 6.4 Newton meters on these. And we're all set there. Now we can assemble our new PCV union assembly over here with our new PCV union. That is a part number 11821AA660. Our coolant hose, which is 21204AB230. And our PCV hose, that is a 11815AC610. And there's our assembly put together. Move our clamps into place. And just like so, ready to bolt on, but first we're gonna clean up a little bit of the corrosion here on this nipple for the water pipe. All right, got this all cleaned up, prepped up, ready to go. Slide our hose up on here, like so. Make sure our O-rings are still good down here. And 6.4 Newton meters once again. And all good there. Go ahead and move our clamp up. Position that in place. All right, we're good to go ahead and put the plenum back on. We're going to be using new gaskets 14035AA570. All righty, guys. We are at the home stretch. Time to go back together. But first, I got to suck some acorn shells out from under my intake manifold, or under my coolant crossover pipe there. Somebody had themselves a stash stored away. All right, so torque back down, torque down, clamps are in place, cleaned up our mating surfaces, new gaskets on that plenum. Go ahead and drop her on. Or try to. You can feel the threads, so I'll go ahead and stick the nuts on there and run that down. All right, we've got 8.3 Newton meters set on the torque wrench. And all set. Check the middles again. And good to go. Speed run reinitiated. So basically all we got left is the belt and the belt guard, and throw coolant in it, and we are wrapped up. All right, time for a pressure refill. We'll be all done. And with that, we're done. Rad cap on, test drive, done for. All right, guys, and that'll do it for the video. Huge thanks once again to SubaruPartsDeals.com for sending the parts out for the Forester for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you all in the next one.